How to attract a high effort millionaire. Let me start with that. When you are dating with the same system, with the same attitude that you have reached your career success, it will probably be very either not successful, like you will attract low effort men, or you will be feeling burnt out. Yeah, and it will be really, really hard for you, because in dating, it's very much different than what we have learned in school. Like, dating just needs a complete different skill set. Just like when you want to repair a car, you need like tools, right? Like tools to repair those things. And when you want to paint a picture, you need other tools. You need like painting brushes and stuff. So you will need different tools for different areas of your life. Okay. And most of us haven't learned that. Like, I haven't learned this either before I learned. Yeah. And the basic tools that you really need to get started are in my course, How to Date a Millionaire. Yeah. And that is 50% off until this Friday. So I just wanted to share this quickly before we continue with the other stories. Okay. So most women that I am coaching, and I was like this too, we are thinking that the more we give, the more we give, the more we do, the better results we will have, right? Like, let's say at your work, at your job, the more you kind of do and deliver, the better the quality, your boss will be happy, and you might get a raise, you might get a promotion. So it pays off. The same was in school and university. If you put in the work, you got rewarded, right? And so many women, included me, thought that, wow, if I like do more for the guy, he will love me more. If I do more for the relationship, if I give more, he will also give more. And yeah, it doesn't quite work most of the times. Again, if you give a lot to receive love, you will receive no attraction or no love back. And if he does give back, in rare cases this happens, there will be no polarity. There will be no polarity and no attraction. So if there is attraction, if you're attracted to this guy, he will most likely be in his feminine energy, because when you do, guess what? You are in your masculine energy. And there has to be polarity. And you wouldn't be listening to this video if you didn't know that, if you didn't feel like something is off. Like, I just want this love. I just want him to be high effort. I just want millionaires to be with me. And like, in my personal life, yeah, I had like a 6 years relationship first before I even started circular dating. And with this guy, I also was the masculine energy person. Like, I would do more and hope to receive his love and attention, and he just withdrew. And I just didn't understand why he was able to give so much love and attention to other people, but not me. It just made me feel so unworthy. But I didn't know that it's just the polarity is because I do so much for him. I cooked for him meals. I would like make things easy. I would even provide for him. He would just lose interest in me, ignore me. It was very painful for me. And, he kind of did give me a commitment. He didn't disappear. He didn't. But it wasn't a nice experience. And then later, when I broke up with him, because I was just so burnt out, like you guys know the story, I was just so burnt out of doing this and also providing. It was just too much for me. And later, when I broke up with him, I moved back to my family, and I just, could relax a little bit. I didn't have to pay rent for a while. I was just being, yeah, I had this privilege to heal. And then, though, I found a new guy. And guess what? The story repeated. And this is when I decided, wow, it's a pattern. It's me. I'm attracting those kind of men. What am I doing wrong? So this is when I signed up for my first dating coach. And like the story continued. I learned all my lessons. Like I did all the things wrong that you can imagine. And then learn until I desired to give back because it was like the biggest pain of my life just because I didn't know how to properly date. Like, I was a high achieving person. I wanted to achieve many things. Like since I was a little girl, I would always try to have the best grades, work, having those good achievements. So I was thinking this is how, you should date too. But it just really backfired and no one told me to do different. Yeah. Anyways, and then, I found this other guy and I was also so nice to him, right? Like I would drive to him and make things easy. We always make sure to be available when he's available. I would even help him with his work for free. Can you believe that? And at the end, he I think it was like after a few months, he just said, you know what? I don't love you. So, I'm just like like at least he was honest to me. Like that's something that I appreciate. But he was like, I don't love you. Actually, I just said it just because. But the truth is I don't. So if we stay connected, it's just gonna be, something casual. And my heart was just so broken at this moment when I heard this. I just felt like I just gave you so much, like not only my body, but also like I was trying, like I was driving to you. I worked less to have to be available to you. Like I was even cooking for you, like, wife benefits without being his wife. And my heart was just, I was just so devastated. I was just feeling so broken. And I knew though, because at this point I already had, I think, 2 months of my of being coached, and I just knew what I did wrong. So, I just removed myself from the situation, and I just knew that I have to learn. I have to learn from this lesson. I just have to have a new skill set for dating, right? A new skill set that actually works, that is more closer to our evolution. Because in our evolution perspective, men were hunters. So men are the ones who actually like it to chase, to do, to give. It also, on the hormonal level, raises their testosterone so they feel more like a man. But when women do this, when women work hard, chase the guy, um, and if they don't get anything in return, at some point they will feel burned out. And you already have enough of to-do lists for your work, for having your own house, whatever you are doing in your daily life, right? You have enough of things to do by yourself. If you're not fully provided for, then this what you're doing, your job, your career is already taking enough of your energy. So you don't need another guy who is just making you feel burnt out. And it's really a cycle because then I was also seeking those men who would be leaned back, who would balance my masculine energy, and they would be fun, so I could like feel attracted to them. And then men who would like, I remember my coach telling me, this is a provider. He's emotionally stable, he's emotionally available. Why do you refuse to go out with him and you want to go out with this player who's ignoring you and doesn't do anything? I couldn't really answer this at this point, but she kept telling me this. And I was like, this is so true. And later, as a coach, right, I realized that so many women have the same issue. And it's like a cycle because when you feel so burnt out, you will literally seek this fun energy from the guy, and this masculine energy man who's like grounded, stable, able to give you security, providing feels boring. Yeah. And and only when you know how to properly date, only when you know what you exactly bring to the table, which is the fun part, you don't need to do anything. You just need to be and enjoy You will not even need this masculine provider who's so grounded like a solid rock, who gives you security and providing emotional stability. You don't need him to be dramatic or fun, because you are bringing this. You're bringing this. And when you also know how to enjoy your dating life while you have a career, and you also just know the basic process, it's going to be so much more fun. Yeah. I even had today, like just before this live stream here, my one-on-one client just shared with me on Voxer, like this is the app that I use for my one-on-one clients to communicate with me. She shared that, wow, like that's a huge win for her, because before she was also in this masculine energy of chasing guys, obsessing about them, and feeling so burnt out, anxious, resentful. And she said, with my help, she was able to turn this around. Like she was able to just enjoy herself in her life and attract those providers, attract those providers, attract those stable men without losing the interest. And I was like, yes, because you fall in love with yourself and you just receive on top. Yeah, we no longer chase anything, we just magnetize it. Okay, so I can't share with you everything here because it's in my course, How to Date a Millionaire. If you haven't grabbed it yet, then make sure to do it. It's 50% off until Black Friday. And if you already bought it, then listen to it multiple times, right? You will need to go through this multiple times if you're not, being coached. Like this information works, and you just need to be aware of the steps, okay? So anyway, she just like texted me that the guy also, he never met him yet, like didn't even her date, already bought her groceries and sent it to her. Like I remember even on the How to Date a Millionaire last live call, there was a lady, she asked, but the guy will expect something from me. He will expect that if he buys me groceries, if he buys me something, he will expect something back. And I'm like, no, this is not a trade here. This is not your job where you give something and then you get something back. Dating is completely different from the evolutionary perspective. One is the giver, one is the receiver. You don't have an equal exchange. This is at your job. But in dating, it's different. And guess what? It serves both. It serves you because you're able to receive, you're able to feel happy while receiving, having it easy. And it serves him too because he is at core a hunter. He wants a woman that he can provide for. Yeah. It's just that how can you enjoy the process in a feminine way? And how can you learn the basics and integrate them? Okay, so this is what I share with you in the How to Date a Millionaire course. And this is the best possible way for you to learn beside of my one-on-one coaching. Okay. And let's take a sip. And once you understand that, you, like when you kind of lean back, instead of doing, you lean back and just receive, you will realize that it's actually giving the man the opportunity to love you. And men also seek love, like they want love. Yeah, providing, supporting you is love. And when you, even if you are so independent, you can pay everything yourself, you're super successful, and I know you are high achieving. But when you lean back, you give the guy the opportunity to love. And this is how he falls in love. And this is how you stay out of feeling burnt out and frustrated about your dating life. Okay. So I hope this video gave you a lot of insights. If it did, let me know in the comments. And again, make sure to join the course How to Date a Millionaire for 50% off until a Friday. Yeah, with the code Black Friday 50. And yeah, so you can use the code for all other my courses as well. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you watch on YouTube, also subscribe. And the links for the courses are in the description box or in the comments. See you in the next one.